Right, this is Locked Online Radio. You are tuned into. Follow us on all social media platforms at Locked Online LDN. My name is Uncle Russ. We got Harlem Wise, we got Jay, we got Lucky, Luckbox, Ubi, self-image. I want to talk about the image that we put out as men and women, because we always complain about partners, exes. We always complain about friendships, you know, people turning foes and stuff like that. Like our company, we seem to attract, and I think to myself that, all right, that's cool, but sometimes we have to look onto ourselves, don't you think?
What are you doing? Yeah. Look at your own actions. Right,
you know, I saw a quote the other day and I liked it. I think I posted it up on my Insta page. Anyone that don't follow me, my Insta page is Banks, that's BANKS_ZZ. I posted up something a little while back, and it was something about a woman saying, where are all the good men at? But then she was partying every week, she was getting drunk every week, she was posting up pictures of her half-naked body every week. You know what I mean? And it was just one of them quotes that made me think deep, like, okay, where's all the good men at, but what are you doing to attract good men?
Are you a good girl?
Oh, I think there's a standard that if you respect yourself, then people will respect you. Don't you think?
Well, you can at least expect that. If you don't respect yourself, then, you know, you can't really expect other people to.
There's a quote here, like, the company you keep reflects on yourself.
That's a good one.
Having said that though, just because you post pictures up and, you know, and you're a bit active on social media, you know, show off yourself for whatever reason, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But you know, if you're gonna do that and then you're gonna be negative to the comments, to the varied comments that you have for the things that you post up, then you know you might have to look at yourself, innit?
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Well, there are people that do post up things. So, alright, you've got men and you've got women that do it. You know, you've got men that train a lot. You know, train a lot, and they take pride in their appearance. And they post things up to encourage and motivate other men, other women too. Yeah. You know? But then, off the camera, their character reflects a good image. Do you understand? Are you with me?
So it's, yeah.
So there's a balance. You've got women that do it as well. There's a lot of models out there that are, you know, they get paid for modelling. They're blessed by God to look nice. They're blessed by God to have a good body. And they're blessed to, you know, be in a career that they're in.
And then outside of modelling, they're good girls.
And outside of modelling, they carry a good character. You know, so their image, that their self-image that they put out there to the world, doesn't lead people to judge them.
Definitely.
They're not promoting their body in a way that they're trying to, you know, they're showing off. They could be, they're probably trying to motivate people. Obviously, they're proud of their way they look as well, so there's nothing wrong with showing that off, just like I was saying to you. But, you know.
Well, let's go on to relationships now. I've attracted good girls and I've attracted bad girls. And I have to weigh up the pros and cons of how was I living back then when I attracted these women. Some were good girls and some were bad girls, but the self-image I put out there, you know, with my character, how I dressed, how I spoke, how I just carried myself generally, only certain women were attracted to that. Certain issues that came into my life, I wanted to kind of throw my toys at the pram and point the finger at the woman and point the finger at somebody else. But then as you get older, you think to yourself, but you can't blame them.
It's yourself.
It's myself. Because if I had more love and respect for myself back then, I wouldn't have attracted that.
No.
I wouldn't have attracted that company. What do you think on relationships?
That's right. That's right. Because at the same time, maybe the good girls that you wanted at the time, they probably thought, you know what, I'm not really, you're not really carrying yourself in a way that she's gonna find you as a good man, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, like a suitable partner. So
yeah, I totally agree with that, man. I mean, like, I got lucky. I found good girls straight away all the time. but I realised that I was a bit too selfish.
Man, lucky. You
I
know?
was a bit too selfish in my own self to these guys that I had to be a bit more, you know, because rather than do my own thing, have my own lifestyle, I have, you know what, I have to calm down to stay with these good guys. And over the course of relationships, I eventually got married to, you know, obviously my wife now. But prior to that, I learned from all the past relationships I wasn't behaved enough to stay with good girls. You know what I mean? I wasn't putting too much time for them, so.
And And if you weren't doing that now, maybe.
Queens need time, man. Queens need time. You gotta give them time.
Like your wife is a good girl. This is why you married her, innit?
Yeah.
And this is why you put the effort in to change things about yourself that may have attracted bad girls.
That's it.
You know?
What about friends? Because that was something we were discussing in the group.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Image. People go off image, innit? You know, some people do. Some people will be your best friend when you're up. You know what I'm saying to you? When you're gonna help them to portray a good image, or society thinks you're a good image. But when you're down, you're not really there, innit? Is that a friend? Or is that a leech? Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Well, you know what? I can really relate to that, because when you're out there, and it doesn't matter what genre you're in, you could be out there on the streets, you know, hustling, doing whatever you're doing, or you could be at work, still hustling, doing whatever you're doing. And I feel that if you're out there showboating, living a kind of lifestyle and out there clubbing every week, popping bottles, just, you know, living that kind of hype lifestyle, and not just living it, but you're walking and you're talking it. You're not, you just said a word there, leech. You're not going to really attract, 100% of your friends are not going to be 100% basically. You're probably going to have 50% real ones and 50% leeches.
Look at famous, like people that become rich and famous. Like they were broke, and then they for whatever reason, become rich and famous. Then all of a sudden, they've got friends that weren't hollering at them. They're hollering now. People that they don't even know hollering at them. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But these are fake. You know, the ones that were there from the get-go, the ones that don't even care whether you're broke or not. These are, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Come on, that's
it's sad, isn't it? Because the rich and famous people, they don't even, it's not even, they're just put into that spotlight straight away, and then they have to decide, is this a good friend for me? Is this a right partner for me? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But some people are doing their thing now, putting themselves in that position. You know, you got to do you. You have to do you, but just be expected. Just expect the consequences, innit?
So it's all about your environment. When you're in a good environment, like in terms of like work, in terms of like your recreational time, in terms of like your social life, friendships, you attract better people.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. Hot minute, man. Thank you for inviting me, man. Thank you for.
Those that don't really know CJ, he's actually a guest on our panel today. We've been friends for a very, very long time. What's your view on it? Self-image.
My view is, as we all know, growing up back in the day was very important. You know, even that used to affect me at a certain age. You know, everyone went to latest Nike, latest trainers, everything. So, especially in high school, like if you ain't got the latest clothes and latest trainers, you're bum.
It's a bit of pressure, innit?
Yeah, of course, a bit of pressure, man. Girls looking at you, boys looking at you, everyone. Self-image affects everyone. It's just how you deal with it.
You know, self-image was important. Like everyone wanted the latest crepe, the latest this, the latest that. Well, Fila was alright. Remember the trainers with the lights and the bubble with that?
Come on, man. You was the guy if you had those.
Come on, man.
Even the LA with the lights.
Yeah, I remember one Christmas.
LA lights.
One Christmas, she caught me like a red pair or something. Yeah, I remember that. But anyway, moving forward. As I got older, because my mum was a bit of a young mum, so she knew what was out there. She knew what was the in thing and stuff like that. But she tried not to kind of spoil me or push me that way. You know what I mean? But there is some parents that do that.
Just give you everything and then you expect it.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it used to hurt me. For self-image, I put my life on the line. Now, for self-image, people are doing crazy things. They're doing all credit card scams and stuff like that.
Everything.
You know, just to get them, you know, just to get the loot.
This is what the self-image thing, this is what the whole thing we're talking about. This is what, because remember, back when we was doing this, there weren't social media like that. No. You might see your bridges wearing something, or one of the owners or something, or you see something on TV. But now you can see everything everywhere, straight away.
Everywhere.
So you read that ASAP. Do you know what I'm saying to you? You might have a pair of trainers that were out of date, you won't even know. You know what I'm saying to you? But now, Yeah. You change it out of date tomorrow. You buy it today, out of date tomorrow.
For self-image,
A bag of
it
different
can make you do some crazy stuff. We got Tubbyboy, that's on his way. We've got a nice interview coming towards the end of the show. Self-image.
But nowadays, I think it's even people go to some crazy extent nowadays, man. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff I see, it's like even going to work, I see people wearing the finest clothes. I'm like, dude, you come to a building, like, what's going on? And it comes to a point now where I don't really care what I wear. And half the time I say I'm in my work. If I see one jumper is £50-something, I'm looking for what next price I can get 2 jumpers for £50-something.
You know what, Jay? Well, CJ, I rate because I'm the total opposite.
Is it?
I'm the total opposite. I'm not gonna lie.
Right now.
Nah, but
That's what I'm gonna touch on.
Because you see, with me, I like nice things. But one thing I can say about myself is that I don't follow the crowd.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I don't keep up with the Joneses. I will buy something that someone ain't got, and then I know it's become an in thing. I'm not big enough myself like that, but you know, I like suits. I like suits, so I tend to kind of treat myself to like 3 suits a year. And I don't go anywhere. I wouldn't just go to Next or something like that. We got Adam for London. I just want to promote my tailor. Adam for London. If you want to find them the best in Portobello Market, shout out to them. But yeah, I like suits. I do like nice things, but going on to the self-image, because I don't want people to go away with this like it's a negative thing to look nice, but it's
That's
not.
what I'm gonna say, bro. How do you?
It's not a negative thing to look nice. Like, to look nice is to feel good about yourself. If you feel good about yourself, you're gonna show it in your character. You're gonna show it how you dress. You're just gonna show it how you walk, how you talk, and that's if you feel good. Because there's been dark days in my life where I've not felt good. You know, and I've not had a haircut in a long time. You know, where there's small holes in my trainers. And
Been through that.
you know what I mean? Like my clothes, like boy, like come on, B, you know, innit?
But then see them days there, though. See them days there. When you was obtaining the things that were making your self-image better, yeah, the nice clothes and etc. etc. You may not be living a very legitimate life. You see now that you're able to buy certain, you're able to buy 3 suits a year. Yeah, you're working. You're legit. Some people will do it for a next man or a next gal. So that's what I'm saying.
This is what we're at. Now we're moving forward because, like I said, I don't want to lose the topic. Because this is what it's about now. Self-image. You got someone complaining that they can't find a good partner. Or like men come in their life and just want to beat them. Is that us to blame? Is it our fault? Are we attracting that? And because of our self-image, we have a way of thinking. Because let me tell you something from now, yeah? Back in the day, there were girls that I wouldn't even dare to move to. Right. There was girls that I wouldn't even dare say were born sexy. I don't say that anymore, by the way. But yeah, you know what I mean?
Wait, can I say something on that though? Yeah? Was it because they were beautiful and they portrayed and they had a good character? They portrayed themselves in a nice way. Yeah.
They were beautiful, but the character was on point. Every girl is beautiful in their own way. You know what I mean? I won't say a girl's not beautiful and the other girl. Every girl has got beauty about this.
In their own way.
You know, God has made us all different. So yeah, she was beautiful, but there was something why I would have moved to her. Her self-image, the way. And image is not just about it's a physical. Image don't have to be physical. It can be spiritual. It could be character. There was something about her that I wouldn't step there. Why?
Is it because like you know?
DJ.
I don't think it was that, but that could have been a reason. That could have been a reason.
Or is it because you know where you're going, and her path is completely different? Because there's some girl I wouldn't even talk to.
You touched it. You touched
her
it.
path
You touched it. You touched it.
You could maybe do it now.
Too good for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you know what you want to. You know, because even now, talk about that. Because there's some girl where I never talk to because it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't gonna go.
And she might think that. She's probably thinking that as well. If you do have the courage to approach her, she might think, well, do you know what? okay, she might start asking certain questions because she's entitled to do that. She's got a job. Do you understand? She might ask
You ain't working.
You know that
You're saying
she sees you on the road, running up and down the road.
You know, so it comes down to it is like where you're going and where she's going, because there's some girls where there's some girls that some guys, some of my friends, I recommend them, dude, like, bro, I wouldn't even recommend you to get involved with because you're just gonna waste her time. You know, she's looking to settle down. Her self-image is about her career and about her life. Yeah, that's about growth.
Some girls might tell you though. Some girls might tell you. Some girls secretly probably know, but they may not be aware of it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Some are insecure and
But
they're
then
trying to, like, keep up with the Joneses.
there was girls that I was moving to, and I'll be with.
Yeah.
So what was that then?
Because obviously they obviously know what you're about, and to be honest with you, I don't think you and them and I was even mature to know what you want.
But then you break their hearts.
Yeah, because you wouldn't really know what you wanted.
But then I will attract a certain type of woman, yeah, and I will go there. And the wickedest thing, I wouldn't stay for too long. What smacks it? She's in the same mind frame. Because there is good boys out there, good men, that maybe she wouldn't even dare go to. Subconsciously, she wants the best. Subconsciously, I want the best.
That sounds good at some loudspeakers, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? That sounds awesome, man.
It's a very, very big tune. It's funny because today we was talking about self-image, and that could really put a message out for a lot of people, though, don't you think? For a lot of women.
Yeah, man. Bro, like...
But it could be a positive because there's a lot of people that are suffering with, you know, certain things that health-wise, and it's not bad to be slim.
Bro,
It's not bad.
Do you know what it is? Like, for me, the most important thing in life, genuinely, is just accepting yourself, man. It's just that
yes.
it took me, bro, it took me years to really find out who I am as a person and really appreciate me for me. And that's I think that's what I don't blame the amount of people that go through a lot of it. Like, I really don't blame them. It's because what we're surrounded by is crazy, man. Like, we're surrounded by things where, like, the pressures of life, man, the pressures of social media, the pressures of walking, talking, being a certain way, being married by a certain time, and having kids by a certain age. This whole thing is so hard to really maintain and stay on top of, man. But you really got to find a way to just be who you are. Like me, bro, I'm a 9-to-5 working, Morley's chicken eating, normal guy, bro, that loves music, and that's the realness of it. And once you really accept yourself for who you are, for the way you look, what size you are, how big you are, how, do you know what I mean? If one bum cheek's bigger than the other, or whatever, just appreciate you for you, man.